Murshida. Puan Murshida is from Love and Respect. So Puan Murshida, can I know what because we see that the list of the people, the beneficiaries that you give to us. Okay, we see that some of them are very affected with COVID-19 because of the pandemic for the past 1 year. Some of them are breadwinners. They lost their source of income. So, why do you want to help these people? Why do you choose them to be the beneficiaries? And also, what is the purpose of? Okay, maybe we can start with what is the purpose of Love and Respect. You can tell us a bit about Love and Respect, and also why do you want to collaborate with us to help these people? Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody, and thank you, Chaya, for the introduction. And yes, Love and Respect Transforms is actually an organization committed to long-term education. We work with different levels of people, which also includes business owners, CEOs, organizations, corporates, as well as people from the marginalized communities, like the refugees here in Malaysia, the low income and marginalized, and especially the urban poor. Now, we have a One Health, One model. So every training that I do, every corporate training also contributes to training of refugees and marginalized communities here in Malaysia so that they can come out of poverty. Now, during COVID-19, especially last year in March, right? What I noticed was not only was the economy of the people from the working environment, people with money, they were affected, right? But the worst off were people in the urban poor sectors. These are people who do not have a smartphone, or they may have but very, very basic, or they just have a normal phone. They have no idea about internet or all of these abilities to go and do business online and all that, to create money online. And they were very affected because their work was mainly with their physical efforts. You know, people like gardeners, people like cleaners, and a lot of the people, majority of the people, come also from the low-income migrant communities that I was also in touch with through my helper. So when she was not allowed to come to my house to clean, right, I was worried about her first. So I called her and I said, how are you doing and all that. And she said, oh, I'm fine. I still have food in the kitchen. But I see that a lot of people affected. So what I told her was like, take pictures, gather some people. I'd like to see, how they are living, where is their income. And then I hear stories directly from people on the ground and their challenges. It's not like me seeing and then I say, oh, they need this or they should do this. But we got the story from people on the ground. And that was how it started. I built up her leadership skills, tell her, okay, go down, tell these people this, get data, get the information, how much are they earning, what's the challenge, and with their children who are no longer in school and all that. So from there, we started last year getting data and also building community leaders, yeah? So empowering potential leaders within the marginalized communities, raise them up, so that they can lead and create the community model within their marginalized groups, just to make sure that nobody goes hungry. Because when people are on their own and they struggle on their own and they don't know what help they can get, that's where a lot of challenges happen, like depression and sometimes crime when people get desperate. So from that, they got closer as communities. And they started to do things together collectively. Who can make money? Okay, let's share resources. Who doesn't have what in the kitchen? Let's share resources. And somebody reaching out to others outside for help. Who is willing to help? Because sometimes they don't have connection where to ask for money or support or connections or opportunities. And nobody is going down there to reach out to them, right? So from that was how it started, And the same thing that we have been doing in the past, where we build community leaders from the refugee community, identify talents, identify people who can willing to do the work, willing to help their own communities, have leadership potential. We groom them, build them up, and create their little mini community models to make sure nobody goes hungry. And that is how the impact started. And that's what I've been doing in organizations, working on the community model, building up leaders, building up feminine leaders. And this is what's done here in the urban community. So when you reach out to my organization, and I say this is very much in line with what we do. This is one of the ways where when we do the Ramadan Food Basket, when we reach out to more people, we get to hear more stories that could be other people who were left out before in the past that we can reach out to. And my role is to build leaders, find talents, raise them up so that they can do more good in the world, so that they can spread more love and respect, so that they can add value and help more people. And that is how we can really transform the world. That's how we can support one another. Because I love how Philandure, your message is about, the ummah. Instead of just being us competing with one another, we do it together collaboratively. And that's why I truly support this initiative and being around all these amazing superheroes. I love that analogy, the superheroes. I Wonder Woman in hijab. Yeah, I'm just thinking of that. Yeah, so thank you so much for having us.